Hey, Trish. What's going on?
How are you, doll? Listen, just hanging on. Just hanging on tight. Two hands.
I'm with you.
That's all we can do right now. Welcome to What I Know So Far, everybody. It's so great if you've been here with us before. We're so happy to have you back. If it's your first time, welcome. Welcome to the party. I'm Trish Suhr, and the gorgeous Karen Mills is here as well.
Actually, not too gorgeous. I still see creases in my face where I had a massage this morning.
Oh, I'm jealous of that. That's the best kind of crease.
And so I was face down for most of it, and I still have creases in my face. I've got enough without that extra, so...
Listen, that is the kind of crease I show off proudly. That and when you sleep and get that pillow crease because you had a good nap. Ooh, I'm like, what's that from? A nap, sister. Best massage. How was it? Was it a good massage?
It was very good. It wasn't as deep. It wasn't a deep tissue, and so I don't feel like we did anything earth-shattering to my muscles, but it was relaxation.
Hey,
I fell asleep during it. I mean,
good.
It was a good one. Yeah.
You earned them creases.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I absolutely love that. I know I need a massage. We're headed to Mexico next week for a well-deserved vacation. I don't rest well. Do you rest well, Kate? It takes me a minute to power down.
What's rest?
Thank you. Okay, good. That's what I thought, but I was just making sure I wasn't looping you in with me. It takes me I usually take a 10-day vacation because the first 4 days I'm still wired. Like I'm still me, like a little hamster on a wheel. But this is a week vacation that I'm so grateful we can afford to do and get to do. But I told Jace, I was like, we are unplugging. Like I'm saying it with gritted teeth. I was like, if I try to work, come at me.
Do not let me.
Do not let me work. That's my thing. I was going to actually take podcast stuff and be like, hey, do you want to try? And Chase was like, are you out of your mind?
Are you out of your mind? Yeah, no.
Thank
It's
you.
a big no.
Thank you.
Yeah, for you, not for me, because I'm not going on vacation, but I don't want you working on your vacation. We all
Thank
need
you.
to
I appreciate
unplug.
that.
And
I'm going to do my very best.
my hardest part is just to stop worrying about what's going on here.
Yes.
Are the animals okay? And my
Yes.
mom's okay? That's the hardest part for me. It takes a couple of days for me. Like, okay, everybody's going to live till I
Yes.
get back,
Till I get back. Then we can start it all over again.
and it doesn't matter how great the pet sitter is. I'm just always like, just keep them alive. Just keep them
I know
alive
it.
till I can get home.
I know it. Our sweet pet sitter. I love her so much. She's got the best sense of humor. I tell her all the time. She's like head of HR for a tech company, and she's a remote worker, and she's amazing. And I tell her all the time, if she ever decides to be a comedian, I will be the first one in the front row because her timing. You know how people are just naturally, and she's super dry. She has Tig Notaro energy, y'all.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. I love it. Like the stuff she says gets me howling. And even the captions she puts on pictures she sends us of the dogs, I can't get my breath. She's just so fun.
Oh, how fun.
And I know I love her, and I'll send like these lengthy videos and like, here's the snack protocol for the dogs, and she's like, girl, they're doing great. They are over here just telling me that they're tickled they don't have to go to therapy this week on account of mom's on vacay. I'm like, thank you, I need that. But she, I think I'm the only one that can tend to them.
I know. I always get sent videos like, yeah, see, they're doing fine.
They're great.
And I'm like, oh, but did she take her medicine okay? She
Oh,
doesn't
I
always
know.
like that peanut butter.
We or something else. I know people must think I am completely out to lunch. We just redid like the notes that we have for the dogs to the point that my crazy's about to show. This is my dog mom crazy. Wesley, our lab, likes to be in front on a walk. It's the one thing that the doodle lets him alpha on. Like he lets him walk in front.
Yeah.
And they were pulling my shoulders and my back out of whack because I've been wearing this weighted vest, and it was pulling me forward. And I was like, it's driving me crazy. So what I do, country ingenuity, I bought one leash for the lab a foot longer. So that the lab's leash, I can walk them the same, but the lab is always a foot out front. And I'm going to tell you something, it has changed my whole life.
Oh, wow. Well, that's just
because
smart.
I thought, what? This is killing me. They're going to take me down one day. And sure enough, it has been a game changer. So I let her know that I did that, the dog sitter, on the notes. And she goes, "You're unhinged in the best way."
Well, and oddly enough, you're a type A personality. I am not. But when it comes to dog notes, you would think I was.
See, I love you about that. Well, you're very detail oriented about your babies. You are.
I am.
And I love you for that, because we don't want anybody, they can't communicate for themselves.
That's right.
And so, since I am the advocate they sure didn't ask for, but they got,
That's right.
I'm like, they don't like these weird off-brand treats that our sweet postman gives them treats. And I'm like, there are too many chemicals in those treats, so don't. Here's the times that he drives by, so don't walk the dogs between this out. I'm insane.
Oh, the bank, when I have them with me and I drive through the bank and they send those Brand X treats out the tube, and I'm like, oh no. And I'll say, oh, look, and try to get them to act excited over them, and they look at me like, you're kidding, right?
You're kidding. They didn't even go to Trader Joe's.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not even going to put that in my mouth. And I'm like, oh, they'll eat it later. They don't like to eat when they're riding.
Oh, good for you. See, you're sweet. My dog's, on the other hand, I have a lab. If it's not nailed down, he'll eat it. And then he'll go, that's not sitting right. Like, he'll look at me. I'm like,
that's not sitting right. You got another one?
yeah, exactly right. That's exactly what he does. And then the doodle has telepathically told the lab, I've been trying to feed them organic carrots in lieu of all this, treats.
Yeah, right.
And the lab's like, oh, I love these. And then I swear the doodle looked at him and was like, telepathically, because I saw the stare down of like, bro, you got to quit acting stoked about these carrots. She's not giving us chicken on account of you liking this dang carrot. And so now I'll offer the carrot and the lab will like dart his eyes and then drop it. And I'm like, I go, dude, the dude, I'm like, dude, did you tell him not to eat carrots? And dude's like, I know what you're talking about. You know I can't talk. You're crazy. You're crazy. Like I'm being gaslit by a doodle.
Yeah, that's right. That's hilarious.
I know. It's my welcome to my new sanity level, or the lack thereof, everybody. Anything to avoid what's really going on in the world. That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah, me too.
I know you
That's
get
my
it.
safe place.
It's my safe place. My dogs. I know. And look, we just finished Pride Month, which has been, I'd like to know if anybody knows this. Would you tell Karen and I? Because Karen said she wasn't aware of it. I feel like June 1st, Pride Month, the parades, the celebrations start here in Los Angeles. And then the big Pride finale is in New York. Is there some schedule that is unbeknownst to us that, like, of the Pride count? I just say, because one year I'd love to go. I'd love to go to as many as I can, like Barcelona, London. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I want to do the Pride Around the World tour. As your favorite ally, I'll come to, and I love a rainbow, honey. I'll come and cheer everybody on.
The ruby red slippers.
Yes. Oh, don't you threaten me. I will be cheering and waving and doing. But I was like, I don't know the Pride parade schedule, or I don't know if it's a parade schedule, if that's the word, the celebration schedule.
I
but if
do
y'all
not know that either.
Yeah. Listen, Kay, they got to make this easier for me to help and celebrate. I'll make a Jell-O mold. I will pass out. Or Jell-O shots, and whatever y'all are feeling.
Yeah, whatever.
You do you. Just ask me. Aunt Trish to the rescue. But I don't know the schedule of it all. So I'd love to know. I'd like to go to a fun one. Like Barcelona always looks fun, and London. I'll do a fun Pride celebration.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't that sound good? You were just out. You've been on the road a lot lately, which I love.
June, I was on the road a lot. Yeah, I did some dates with Leanne Morgan. I just got off a weekend with Kathleen Madigan. And then I had
how
some
was that? I mean, I love Leanne. That goes without saying. But how was Kathleen? Because you talk about a genius. Kathleen
is.
Madigan, if y'all don't know, go ahead right now. I know y'all know her, but if you don't know, that's okay. Just put her all in the Google machine, the Instagram, and be ready. And make sure you've gone to the potty, because you'll pit yourself.
Oh, she's just, it was such a great weekend, because I felt like it was a master class, in addition to just getting to be at her sold out shows and perform for those crowds. It was, she's just so brilliant.
She is. Oh, she is.
It really kind of pisses me off, if I'm being honest.
Because, to be that good.
Yeah, to be that good and not even, when I was starting out in comedy, I was doing some guest sets around trying to get hired, and I went to Charlie Goodnight's in Raleigh, North Carolina, and there was the manager there was Sandy DePerna. At that, now we're talking about 27 years ago, 28 years ago, and she said, "I think you can do this. I think you got something. You need to watch Kathleen Madigan." And so I spent 25 more years trying to work with Kathleen, trying to find her because because we didn't have the internet back then. You couldn't just pull up somebody's schedule and see where they were. And so I would try to find out where she was. I'd call ahead and ask if I could come open the show, just be the opener. And of course, that's when we learned that every man's dream to have two women in one night, except a comedy club owner. So.
Sorry. Gosh, if that ain't still hold true today, sadly.
I know it. So, that was out the door. But I had admired her work and had always looked to her. I mean, I've had so many people say, male, female, she's like the...
Oh, she's just so smart. She's one of those, I feel that way too. I'm rarely like this about, I shouldn't say like for male comics, but we have obviously a influx of male comics as opposed to women comics. And I just watched Bill Burr's new special, The Drop Dead Years. Have you watched it?
I haven't, but I want to.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant. And I was like, because to me, he's like a Kathleen. Yeah. And I don't know if it's just their upbringing and, I don't know what about it that make them to me both so completely different yet similar in just how they approach comedy. But I love both of them at that same level of like, you're so good. Like, you're just so good. And that's Bill to me too.
And they're both so strong on, and what I want to get better with is point of view.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Don't we all?
I know,
don't we all?
And sometimes I can fall into jokes, and that is not what you want. And I'm trying to get away from that. Used to, that's what it was. It was jokes.
That's right.
Now it is a point of view, and that's yeah.
It is, and I think too, and I'm the same way. I'm a storyteller, as you know. I can't tell a joke to save my life. I mean, if somebody goes, "Trish, retell that joke," I'm like, I'm out. Like, I can't. But when I tell a story, yes, clearly it's from my life point of view, but I'd love to get even more niche all the way down, because you know me, Kay, I can get real. I got a very strong point of view, and then for some reason on stage, I get a little like, I don't know, generic's not the word, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a little more
vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yeah, I've been vanilla my whole life. So
yeah, I love vanilla and chocolate. Breyer's Vanilla Bean. I just need, I need to be with like a little magic shell. I need a little harder topping. But that's what made me really appreciate Bill, is because I've not seen him. I've seen a lot of Bill Burr. Obviously, I think he's phenomenal. But this special to me was just so, like, no one was safe. Everybody was up for grabs. The honesty in everything that he said, and it wasn't like pandering. It was truly like, here we go. I'm just gonna give you the full spectrum of what my opinions are on this, and it's just so well done. Y'all do yourselves a favor and give it a watch. And
you may not agree with everybody's point of view.
No.
Yeah. But
I didn't agree with a lot of what he said.
Yeah.
But I thought it was phenomenal.
Right. And it's funny. And it's,
Well, it's Ricky Gervais. I mean, look, I adore Ricky Gervais. By nature, he thinks I'm not funny because he doesn't like female comedians. So why would I like him? I'll tell you why. Yeah. He's freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
He's one of the funniest people I have ever heard. His brilliance, his thoughtfulness, and his crafting of a joke, like chef's kiss. And he loves animals to death. So whether he likes it or
just
not.
his love for animals isn't that? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll
give him a pass on the other, but he's wrong.
Then he's wrong. Respectfully, right. Ricky, you're wrong, boo.
Yeah, but if you're saving animals,
we'll let it slide. Well, that's what's so funny, and people go, "Oh, well, you can't like them because he effectively doesn't appreciate what you do." I'm like, that's not true. I can completely appreciate what he does for a living and think he's great at it. I know who I am. I know I'm good at what I do. It's okay if I'm not your cup of tea, bro. And I think that's what we've all gotten so far away from. It's like, it is okay to not completely agree with somebody, but find common ground. It happens. It happens all the time. It used to happen every single dang day, everybody.
Yeah, it used to happen. I don't
It
know.
used to happen. We're going to get it back, by God, if it kills me. We're going to find kindness. Me on vacation. Everybody be kind.
So I don't have to come over there.
And I will tell you to relax and be nice. It's me through gritted teeth. I will say the place we're staying in Mexico, Karen, which I will tell you off air. I don't say that. I'll tell everybody after we're done with the place, but not like I think I'm, Julia Roberts. But anyhow, they rescue strays in Mexico at this resort, and they have a complete animal rescue there, and they fix, spay and neuter over, it's usually over 200 animals a year.
I
and
love that.
you can adopt them, and they will help you get that animal home from that resort.
So how many are you coming home with?
Well, let me just say, because the story of me rescuing that dog, and which I need to put her all up on our page in the Bahamas. That sweet little pot cake, as they call the dogs in the Bahamas. That sweet little pot cake dog. She's living her best life in Toronto, Canada. Her little mama sends me updates on her weekly, and she's grown so big. This little thing had the rickets, was underweight, and I washed up in a tropical storm, and now she is living her best life in Toronto and just celebrated Canada Day.
Oh, thanks to you.
Well, look, yes, but that's when when you can do good. Do good. Yes, did I miss a spa day with the money it took me to go get this sweet dog, all her shots, but guess what? That baby's going to live world's best life. And I'm like, I can go to a spa another time, God willing, and the creek don't rise.
Well, and that's the kind of thing that keeps on giving.
That's what I hope.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to do stuff like that. Like, there's this animal rescue here in California called California Doodle Rescue. It's in the whole state of California. And they're phenomenal because doodles are some of the most given up dogs, believe it or not, which you spend all this money on a purebred dog, or you have backyard breeders and crazy mess. But they're the most given up because people start to realize with how expensive everything's gotten, and fair enough, they get a doodle and they're as expensive as my trip to the hair salon is. It is. I mean, dude's at the salon right now, he's a full-size golden doodle, and it will be $250. I mean, that's just the reality. Every 6-ish weeks for a full-size golden doodle. So if you financially can't afford that, and not being able to take care of an animal in general, it's a minimum, I always say minimum 10-year commitment. Look at 15 if you're living right. So doodles are the most given up. And this particular rescue, between that and me worrying about all the pit bulls that aren't getting loved on because they have bad PR in Atlanta, I'm sorry that that's what my Instagram is, everybody, but I want all these dogs saved. And now we've got the issue here in Southern California of a lot of dogs being abandoned because their families have been disappeared by ICE. So you've got animals that
I think
obviously
about that all the time when I see that stuff. I think,
it's been a booger. So I feel like I've been everybody's aunt, dog godmom, trying to get out the information to just try to get everybody we all should take care of each other is where I'm at in the world. Take care of each other because we're not getting out of this alive. Things I know for sure. I mean, funeral kid, they teach you that young, and we should all just be good to each other as best we can. That's
You
all.
wouldn't think that'd be a tall order.
You wouldn't think,
No,
Kay.
no, you wouldn't think.
But that's what we're dealing with anymore. So I'm trying to breathe through, all the animal crazy. But Jace was like, of course you picked a resort that has a dog rescue. I was like, well, while you're playing golf, I can go over there and tend to these babies because they'll let you help and volunteer. I'm like, yeah, you get it, Kay. So I was like, that to me is my kind of vacay. Like, then I can go sit by the pool because I know I tended to all these dogs this morning. Little pickleball, little pick up poop. And my dogs are going to be like, you went on vacation and picked up somebody else's poop? What? You should have taken us.
I was on I did a show 20 years ago with Janet Williams, who's known as Tennessee Tramp, and we did this show over in Belize. And she was like walking around going, woo, we're in Belize and all this stuff. And she tells the story that she's out there just hooting and hollering, thrilled to be in Belize, and looks around, can't find me anywhere. And she said, because down by the water is very touristy. But one street over, that's where she found me, watering dogs. And she still says, here I am thinking I am living the life, and she's over there just watering every dog that
Mother Teresa.
But see, it's not that I'm Mother Teresa. It's just that it's really, really hard. I mean, I know I need therapy, but it's really hard for me to enjoy things knowing something else suffering. It's just hard for me.
Me too, honey. Me too. Don't even start me.
And I know I shouldn't just focus on that, because they, say what you focus on expands, and if you look always at the what's wrong and not what's right, then that's all you're going to see. And I try not to do that, but I know I need help. I'm not kidding.
Well, no, it's, you know what it is? It's finding that balance of it, because you being in your best state, this is going to get real crunchy, everybody, but I'm reading this book. I've got it. You know what, y'all? I'm going to put it in the show notes. It's called Pocket Full of Money. It's the weirdest. I was like, what is this? And it's like an older, I'm a personal development junkie. It's an older personal development book, but what it does really well, and it's a font I can deal with if anybody else is like me. Don't get the audiobook, because bless his heart, I don't know if it's the author. I don't know who did this audiobook, but let me tell you something. I might just offer to redo it for him for free, because it's horrid. Like, it's absolutely the worst audiobook, to the point it sounds like it's done in somebody's bathroom, and like there's a lot of so don't get the audiobook. I say this to say, just get the actual print book, and I will put it in the show notes. But it's called Pocket Full of Money, and it's about changing your true perspective, changing your true, what's the word I'm looking for? Like mindset, your energy shift, and what that balance looks like for the things we do think are in a state of suffer, anything that's outside of what is considered our control. And I was sitting here going, oh my gosh, this is so true about, like, I give it so much negative energy because it's a negative situation. You go in and you have to retrain your subconscious. This is so hippy dippy, you guys. I sound like Dr. Joe Dispenza, but I promise you, it's really, it's very digestible is the point of this. Because a lot of times I'll hear that stuff and I'm like, I'm not a quantum physicist. I cannot break this stuff down, and I lose patience, and I'm not paying attention. But this book is really good, really, really good. The kind you can pick up and kind of read any chunk of, and you feel like you've taken a nugget.
Taken something from it, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to put that up.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
I'm here for that. It's very, let me look at this. Sorry, 22. Can you hear that outside? Okay, good. Sorry, I'm looking at the time. Let me just mark that so I know. 22. Sorry, y'all. There was a big, crazy truck outside, and I couldn't hear if Karen heard it or not. That's okay. Y'all are family. I'm like, I might cut it out. I might not. So in case you thought, what happened to Trish? But yes, that book is amazing, and that's what I've been trying to focus on to attract more into my life, as opposed to, like, whatever you focus on grows, right? And right now with the state of the world, it's hard not to be in a state of constant, perpetual, like, I wake up every day and I'm like, what fresh hell is this? And I'm trying my new mantra when I wake up every day, and I've been doing this for 2 weeks, and it's been a game changer. I used to wake up and say, oh, thank you, God, I always say thank you, God, for waking me up. That's a big deal to me. So I say, thank you, God, for waking me up. I used to say, please don't let any fresh hell come our way today. Like, I really would say that in the morning. I know that's probably not the best way to start your day. So I started doing, in the last 2 weeks, thank you for waking me up, and God, show me how good it can be. Show me how good it can get. That's what I say now every morning. And I know this sounds kooky, but I can't tell you about how much great stuff has just shown up. Like, it's amazing just doing that simple shift in the morning.
Oh, I can see that. And again, what you focus on expands. And if you're looking for show me what good can show up, as opposed to what fresh hell am I going to have today, well, you're going to find the fresh hell or you're going to find the good. So you just, that doesn't sound kooky to me. I get it. Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Because I do. Every day you go that thought process, it does multiply. It just does.
And I get caught up, and I have to just catch myself, because I get caught up in, if I can't do everything, I feel overwhelmed to do anything, and you just can't let that take you over. You've just got to do what you can, the best you can.
I need to send you, maybe I'll put it up on the, I will. I'll put it up in our stories on our page. this great girl just ended up in my feed. I usually get super aggravated when stuff gets shown to me on Instagram. I'm like, I don't know you. I just want to see the people I know. I never see them anymore. But this girl came up in my feed, and she was talking about, I love the Gen Z's language. She was like, I'm all about this Delulu energy, about just being delusional about your life. Like, how Delulu can I be about the goodness in my life? And to what your point was, Karen, she was saying, like, let's be Delulu and start posting if that's part of your business model. If you're not somebody that needs to post every day, don't listen to this part of it. But what she was saying was, be Delulu and say, I'm going to post every day for the next 30 days. Like, I don't care if it's just me talking to camera really quick. Quit being so precious about everything you're putting up because you're wasting time. Like, you have something to say, get it out. And Karen and I both suffer because we come, I think, A, generationally, and B, because we care so much about our work that we get into this perfectionism to procrastination and then no action. That's the opposite of what we should be doing.
Yeah, that's pretty much defines me.
Well, both of us, girl, but we are right in that ship. Honey, I keep telling Jace, I'm like, I walk around now and he'll say something. He's like, you bought us 2 different kinds of tuna salad, like pre-made at the Whole Foods, because we're going out of town. So I thought, I'll get this kind and this kind. And he goes, why'd you get 2 different kinds? I said, because we're wealthy. I just start walking like, he goes, what? Like, I sound crazy. And I was like, I'm just going to start walking around delusionally declaring that we're wealthy. I was like, who knows? It could possibly work out because I'm just declaring it. I was like, we're wealthy people. Wealthy people get 2 kinds of tuna salad. No, I guess wealthy comes with that weird accent too. But I've just said to him, I'm like, that's what we're doing. I'm just declaring wealth and health and, doing all the things that I'm like, we ain't got no time to waste, everybody. It's a blank. I listened to a great Reels the other day, and it was, I believe, a podcast with Michelle Obama, and it had something to do with her mom passing away. And what she said, it was just this one thing that grabbed me, that she said about that, which was her mom used to always be one of those people that was like, I'm not scared of death. Like, it's all coming for all of us. Who cares? When it's my time, I'm up.
Yep.
And she said when it really was time, and it was really close, she said, Mom, you okay? She goes, yeah. She goes, you know what, though? This went fast. And she goes, and it was such a great, she goes, a marker for me, this woman who was constantly like, don't be worried about it. We're all going to get it someday. Like, don't put any weight on it. That here it was really the time. And here she was so reflective on how fast this life really went. And that's my new attitude. It's like, why? I'm not going to look back at the end and go, oh, Lord, I shouldn't have worn that swimsuit. No.
No.
Not going to happen. Mm-mm. I'm going to look back and think, man, I don't want any shoulda, woulda, couldas, right? And I'm constantly creating shoulda, woulda, couldas for no reason. But, you will look back and not think about that swimsuit. You'll think about that dog you rescued in the Bahamas that got a great life in Canada, and the dogs you went to Mexico and played with during the day, so they'd have a good day. Those are memories that Forever.
Matter, not which bathing suit you
No.
or if there was a little bit of cellulite showing.
Or if I didn't sell out a show in this town and, oh my gosh, I didn't. Who cares? Get out of here. I ain't got time for all that. I ain't got time. We're all in it's too fast, y'all. So this is your invitation from Karen and I. Do the thing. Who cares? Nobody judges you harder than you. So get out of your own way and do the thing. Matter of fact, DM us and tell us what the thing is, because I want to know.
Well, and people talk about bucket list, but my bucket list seems to always be a bucket list. I need a to-do list.
Ooh, that's good, Kate. Okay, wait, unpack that for me. What's that look like?
Well, I have a bucket list, but I don't get to those bucket list things. I need to put them on my to-do list, my now list. A bucket list seems like in the future, and I'm not checking them off. So I need to get a checklist.
Now.
Yeah, right now. That gets a check beside it before this year's out.
Okay, what's the first thing on the bucket list you would move to the to-do list? I know I put you on the spot. I know.
Yeah, you did.
If you were thinking, excuse me, y'all, it's my allergies. If you're thinking, hey, because obviously that came from somewhere, which I love. See, this is us not rehearsing, and I love that. If you go onto that bucket list and think, man, you know what, this is the first priority to move over to the to-do list because I don't want this to wait.
Well, I've never been to Europe. That's 2026. I'm doing that next year for
Girl,
sure.
you better tell me when. If I'm not with you already, I'm meeting you there.
Okay, that's 2026. I want to see Stevie Nicks before she stops touring. That's going to be this year.
I will be with you. I've seen her 8 times. Done.
So that's one thing I can check off really quick. I've been saying it for 2 years. I want to see Stevie Nicks while she's still touring. Well, come on.
You better, because let me tell you, I used to say that over and over and over again about Fleetwood Mac, and I never did it, and now I never will because sweet Christine McVie is no longer with us, and it is one of my only. I don't have regrets. I never have regrets. It is the only thing I've ever regretted because I had 2 opportunities to go and I didn't because of work, and I kick myself over it. Like, to this day, if somebody offers me a concert now, I say yes because I don't know if they're going to be around. I don't care who the artist is, young or old, doesn't matter. I just am like, I don't want to miss that opportunity. Nah, no more.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Move the bucket list to the checklist and get something checked off because that bucket list is kind of always floating out there beyond our reach, and we need to make things happen because life is so freaking short.
It is. It is. That when Michelle Obama said that about her mom, just that perspective, man, that went fast. Man, that went fast made me go, yeah. I'm 50 years old, and if you ask me, mentally, I'm probably 32. Like, meaning where I physically feel like my whole... And I'm like, when in the world did 50 happen? And I know I'm going to take a blink and go, when in the world did 60 happen? So I want to make sure that all this on the way is just like, it's so much fun and with the least resistance and being super intentional about being here. Because we only get one here right now, as of right now that I know. Although I'm fairly sure I'm reincarnated.
But that's why I'm so frustrated. I get so frustrated with all the state of the world and all the people fighting. Because in the end, does any of that even matter?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, who cares if somebody's having a pride parade?
Who cares?
How is that really hurting your life? How is that affecting your gas prices? How is that any...
Not even a little bit.
Come on.
What, somebody's gentrifying your neighborhood? Oh, no. Your home price is going up in value?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Let them decorate your house. Maybe you'll get a better dollar for it.
I'm just saying. Somebody's coming to clean you up.
I mean...
It's exhausting.
It's just so much energy wasted on things that do not really matter.
No. We could be doing so much more good in the world, Kay. You and I both get it. It does. It takes a lot when you're somebody that we're lucky enough to tell jokes for a living and make people laugh for a living, which is such a blessing. Like, that in itself as a career is, I tell people all the time, I couldn't be more grateful. And it is a calling. Mm-hmm. Because not everybody's been called, and not everybody that thinks they've been called should be doing it. Okay. But when you're lucky enough to do it, there is something about it that you go, this is like, life's too short. You want everyone to get along. You want everyone to be in this state of non-resistance and fun all the time. I wish that for people all the time. You don't have to believe just like me, or pray like me, or eat like me, or live like me to have joy and goodness in your life. But I can appreciate you, and I'm not going to say you're a butthole.
Well, no, but the problems come when because everybody can't have that attitude. They think you do have to pray like me, and you do have to do.
I know. It's maddening.
I can't even.
If that's the case, I think everybody'd be better off if they lived like me, Kay, and Dolly Parton.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Do what Dolly do.
Do what Dolly does. All I'm waiting is for Dolly to end up at a dog rescue with me, and I will be full circle in my life. Like,
can you believe she sold out in 1 hour for all 6 shows in her residency in Vegas?
Yeah. Guess who tried to get one? Me.
Did you?
Didn't happen.
Yeah. I know.
Of course she did.
I mean, I'm not surprised, but it's just crazy. I saw her. Have you seen her? Me, probably several times, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you saw her at the Hollywood Bowl. I mean, but you met her. But you saw her in concert at the Hollywood.
I've seen her 12 times. The last
12?
one, 12. 12.
Well, I only saw her once in Chattanooga at the Roundhouse with Kenny Rogers.
I I bet that was a show. I have a code chill. I bet that was
a long time ago.
Oh, but that was like peak Dolly magic with Kenny.
And
Kay
around.
Oh,
And
what
Dolly
a
coming
show.
up through the middle of the.
I literally have goosebumps, y'all. Oh no, that would be great. I mean, I've seen Dolly so many times that on the last I think it was her Pure and Simple tour. I think that's what it was called. That I could do all her jokes, because when Dolly got tired, because she's funny, she does a lot
very
of. She's
funny.
got a lot of material.
Yeah, she does.
She basically, by the time she did her last show, I could tell she didn't feel well, because Dolly does not sit down. If you've ever seen Dolly Parton in peak Dolly, she don't sit down. She keeps moving. She plays every instrument. She'll be out there with the saxophone with them, huge nails doing and playing. Dolly doesn't stop. The last tour, and I was like, Dolly don't feel good. I know Dolly. She's sitting more than she was standing, and she talked more than she sang. And I was like, sis, that's okay. It's Dolly. Honey, you can put her in a recliner, and I'm going to show up.
Right.
I'm going to show up. I'm going to help sell that merch. Don't worry, Dolly. But she was sitting, and she was like, waxing poetic. And I thought, Dolly's wore out. Dolly is wore out. She don't feel like doing it.
But how everyone over 30 should be so inspired that someone her age can sell out 6 shows in Vegas in an hour.
In an hour, and I promise you she'll extend that residency.
Yeah, I bet
and I
she
will
will.
be there. Don't you? I'm gonna find a way, y'all.
I know.
I'm gonna find a way to get to my girl, because it was a little stressful. I thought, I don't ever like being a ticket person waiting for tickets, and then I was like, I'm gonna love and light and pray that somebody that got these is like, I can't make it. My daughter has a volleyball tournament. I'll be like, yes, heifer. So if y'all know of anybody that got them Dolly tickets and now we're like, oh, I can't make it, tell ya, girl.
Unfortunately,
We'll
there are probably a lot of bots got those Dolly tickets, and it's going
know,
to
it's
be jacked
so-
up. That's what I hate.
Do you know Josh? Well, yeah, of course you did. You turned me on to him. Josh Johnson, comedian who I love so much.
Yeah. I love
If
him.
y'all aren't following Josh Johnson, get
funny.
into it. He's brilliant, and he's been on tour now for the last almost a year. Great tour, and he's just he's so smart. He's so brilliant. But I guess a bot bought a lot of his tickets, and he went and bought back all the tickets and resold them himself. I'm like, you're a badass.
No kidding.
Because he was like, I don't want that happening to my fans. I'm sorry that's happening. And I was just like, what an amazing human being.
No kidding. But there's, with all the AI, there's no way to stop that. I mean, that's what makes me insane. Why can there always be a way for the evil, but there can't be a way for the light? What is that?
I think it's just a coding error. Hashtag Elon. Coding error.
Yeah,
If you're not watching us on YouTube, I gave hard side eye.
I hate to be so cynical, but it's just follow the money.
Follow the money. That's the story of my life, honey. I turn into what is it, Homeland born, Jason Bourne. I'm like, follow the money. That's where it all goes. Jason's like, you've watched way too much of that stuff. I'm like, but where's the lie? Where's the lie? It's what it is. It's like people shouldn't have to go pay $400. Like my sweet little mother-in-law, okay, wanted to go see Leanne so bad in their little town of Rome, Georgia. Well, it sold out. Good for Leanne. I was like, phenomenal. She called me and she goes, hey, do you know why we can get these tickets? They're $400. I was like, Leanne's tickets aren't $400. Well, that's because they were all snapped up by a bot. I was like, that's insane. And I know Leanne's sick over something like that, because you want people to be able to come and not, because that money's not going to Leanne, y'all. That's what we're saying. It doesn't go to the artist. It would be a different story if that artist was charging that for those packages. But in fact, that's not going to the artist. That's going to some Yahoo markup. It's like the wild, wild west. They're just making up prices. And this sweet little 89-year-old does not have it in her little budget to have $400 tickets to see a comedy show for somebody she loves. And I'm like, I'm so sorry.
Well, you might have a hookup if you want.
Well, I might, but you see, yeah, I know I fall in different seats, but you know what I'm saying.
But the principle is the same.
Yeah, and again, let me say, Leanne is not making that money.
No.
This is somebody outside her, and she's the kind of person that's ill over that, because like Josh Johnson, you don't have control. He was just so livid that he was like, I'm not doing this. And I thought, good for you, bud, because that is his kind of comedy, to go guerrilla after that, and I'm proud of him for it. But there's those things that it's like, you want everybody to be able to go and be included, and when
And
things
the
like
real
that happen,
fans that
real fans.
That's what bothers me.
You get it.
Yeah.
Aggravation.
So just people know that it's not the artist that's
It's not
doing
the
it.
artist. It's never the artist, because the artist is not making that dollar. They're not like, oh, I'll release these last minute tickets for thousands. It does not happen. That's not how it goes.
$1,800.
Yeah, they don't do that. We promise you every time. Sorry, this one went all around the world, but guess what? That's what we know so far.
That should be the name of this podcast. All around the world.
We shouldn't have Lisa Stansfield from the 90s, all around the world. That's our theme song. We're just going to change the whole thing. Everybody's like, what happened to what I know so far? Well, now it's all around the world, and because that's how Kay and I like to do it.
That's how we roll.
It is. It's better that way. It's the good vibes. It keeps everybody on their toes. It's probably like riding in the car with your ADHD friend, but that's us.
We just go wherever the wind blows, and that's
sure
all right.
do. Yeah, it's okay. What? Where can everybody find you, Kay? Let's ask. Go ahead. I know you love doing this.
KarenMills.com, and all the links are there. So
She's fast and easy.
Yeah, my tour schedule, and
I know. I love it. Well, I'm at Trish Suhr on everything, at TrishSuhr on all social media, and TrishSuhr.com, and all my tour dates are up. I'll be heavy in the fall, y'all, but your girl is not doing a diddly-do thing till September on stage.
That's good.
I'm just not.
I actually have July off, so I'm excited about
Good.
that. I'll be on stage working out material, but that's all, not performing.
Well, let me say, I will be with Camping World working a lot. So that's why I say that, like, oh, I'm just sitting around eating bonbons. Nah, your girl's going to be knee-deep in RV parks. It's a different kind of heavy lifting, if you know what I'm screaming.
But you're so good at it.
Well, thank you. And I love doing it. I mean, I swear it's like going to cool home tours.
Oh, yeah. I know. It's so amazing when I see those clips. An RV's not what it used to be.
Right. Let's just talk about that. Listen, if y'all love the podcast, we are so grateful you come. Would you do us a favor and rate, subscribe, and review of the show? It just takes a minute. You don't have to sign up for anything weird. You don't have to put in a bunch of your personal info. No. You just go give us 5 stars. You like how I just went ahead and tell you what to do? No, just tell us the stars you want, what you think, what you want to hear more of. We'd love to give it to you because we're so grateful you're here. It means the world to Kay and I. So thanks, everybody. Thanks for listening, and be kind. Yes. Don't let the buttholes get to you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, y'all.